Hi, it's Richard. I'm here at Instituto Tecnológico in Huachinango. Huachinango is kind of my second home between Canada and Huachinango. And here at Tecnológico, I was a teacher and I was teaching English. And I have a few of my past classmates that I was teaching, and they're still here at Tecnológico. And as part of the exchange program we're working on between Huachinango and Canada, I wanted to introduce some of the students that have either traveled to other countries, they have an interest in having an opportunity to travel and to gain experience, and to have also the important opportunity to be able to practice English, so that when they come back to Mexico and when they finish their school, that they can move on to careers, and they'll have their English will be great. Good afternoon, Emma and Itzel. Thank you for sitting down with me and having a chat about your life and about your future and your school here in Instituto Tecnológico Huachinango.
Superior de Huachinango.
Yeah, there you go. So, I've gotten to know you from last year. You were students of mine when I was teaching English here. So, and as you know, I'm working on an exchange program between Huachinango and Canada. So I wanted you to spend a few minutes with me and just tell me a little bit about your career, tell me a little bit about yourselves and where you come from, and also maybe your plans for the future, because I think you're almost finished your program.
So I will introduce myself.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Diana Emma Carballo. I'm from Jicotepec de Juarez. It's very close to here, but I have been living in Huachinango for around 18 years. And I'm studying industrial engineering here in Instituto Tecnológico, and I really want to travel around the world. It's one of my biggest dreams.
Great. Now, speaking about traveling around the world, I know you and Itzel traveled together to Korea.
Yeah, in Japan.
Yeah, and Japan as well.
Yeah.
So you've had an opportunity. And what did you do when you went to those countries?
Well, the first place where we met, it was Japan. It was like 4 or 5 days just to meeting people and visiting like tourists. But then in South Korea, the city was Gwangwon-do, Chungcheon City, and we learned a little bit to speak Korean, like some words, but we went to teach English.
Yeah.
And
so you actually had the opportunity to leave Mexico, travel to Korea, and teach English in Korea.
Teach English and also go there and show how Mexican people live, our culture, food, everything.
Yeah, perfect. That's great. So, and Itzel, are you from Huachinango?
Yeah, I'm from Huachinango, and my mom is from La Mesa de Metlaltoyuca. It's a little far from here. And my father is from here, from Huachinango, and my brother too. And well, I study industrial engineering, and I know, and I like travel, and I want to travel around the world.
Yeah.
I really want to go to Italy and other place.
So, and now when I was teaching here last year, there's numerous programs here: industrial, mechatronics, informatica, sistemas, which is different of what's here compared to what we know in Canada and the United States and any other country.
Yeah.
So I know you both are studying industrial. Can you tell me a little bit about your program? Can you tell me a little bit about the area of interest in your program that you think you want to work in once you finish your school?
Well, industrial engineer is called usually, at least in Mexico, the doctor of the company, because we can improve process, we can work with human resource, we can make the quality improve better. So we can work in every part of every area about the companies. I really like industrial security.
So, great. So, industrial security.
Yeah, I can mix be paramedic at Red Cross and my major, and I can place and put everything together to work.
So I know that there's a lot of students that are in the industrial Industrial program.
Yeah.
So I guess there is a demand for it in Mexico for industrial engineers because
Yes.
of the wide range of different areas
we
that you
can-
can specialize in.
Yeah, exactly.
So with yourself then with industrial engineering, do you have a specific area of interest?
I want quality. I love all quality, and I want work in automobile industrial.
Yeah. And I know in Mexico, Ford is very big, Volkswagen's very big, Bombardier is very big. Audi's building
Audi.
a big state-of-the-art facility, I think, in Puebla City.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that's what I've come to learn by living here in Mexico. And so, when are you finished your school?
I'm finished this year.
This year?
Yeah, actually next semester I have to make my internship,
Yeah.
and my goal is maybe find internship overseas.
Oh, okay, great. Do you have a country, like top 3 countries in mind?
Top 3, I think it was Japan, Germany, and why not Canada?
Yeah, Canada? Yeah, so that would be great. Well, Germany, I know I've talked to several students and have said Germany is, I know that there's been students who have graduated here, I think, working for Audi.
Yes,
Audi
yeah.
has sent them to Germany
Yeah.
to learn about the company and everything as well. So, I find it's very, very interesting that way. How about you, Itzel? Where would you like to... are you finished this year or next?
No, the next year.
Next year?
I want to go to Japan. I want to work in Toyota.
Toyota.
Yeah, and I want to go Canada because it's too big and it's my dream.
Yeah.
When I was a little girl, I really want to go, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the next year I want to go.
Yeah. And while we're here on the campus of Tecnológico, maybe can you tell, now that you're almost finished your
Yeah.
school and you have next year you'll be finished, can you tell myself or share with me a little bit about Tecnológico, the school, the years you've been here, what the programs have been, and what will you remember the most?
I will remember most my teachers and my friends here. At the beginning, I wanted to be a doctor, medical. But everything here, the opportunities about go to overseas and meet new people, it was challenging me a little bit because of the language. But my friends, they are really interesting about work together, and maybe we can make a company together. So for me, I really appreciate the Tecnológico and all the opportunities.
Yeah, great. And for you, Itza?
Well, I think my friends and my friend.
Yeah.
And
For almost 10 years.
yeah, and all the around the Tecnológico because it's fresh and the nature and everything. And I don't know, the teachers, it's the most important. And I don't know. Oh,
No, I think that's real. That's why I wanted to ask you. I mean, I can say what I've experienced, but I wanted to hear it from your residents and people that go to the school and you live here. Because Emma, you said something very, very good. What I've noticed is the students, you guys make bonds. You become little teams. You mentioned you would even like to make a company with fellow classmates, which is excellent. I think that's excellent for Mexico because that's the future of Mexico, is for entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is really on the is on the rise in Mexico, and so it's people like yourselves and other students that I've taught and gotten to know as friends that have said the same thing. So yes, you can go work for Toyota and everything, but there may come a time or an interest like yourself where you are more entrepreneurial oriented, and you've now made relationships and worked together for a number of years. So now the next logical step would be to form a company. So
because for me, maybe, I don't know, even if it's a small company like a restaurant, and to show what Mexico is like building my future.
Exactly. And that's, I've been coming to Mexico for 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm now in Huachinango, of all places, in Mexico, my second home is Huachinango, and one of the main reasons is because of people like yourselves. I've made amazing friends here. I've made amazing relationships. I have amazing experiences, and I really want to, on behalf of myself and other countries and Canada, is if we can help in any way, like this exchange program, or putting people in touch with other people, that they can benefit from it. And the culture of Mexico is so deep and so rich, and Canada has an amazing Aboriginal culture as well, and I want them to come here to see how you celebrate your culture, because your culture is very important to you. There's almost a parade every weekend in downtown, or there's some kind of, there's music playing, there's always something going on. And can you, as a personal story, can you tell me a little bit about Mexico and what it means to you, about your culture? What do you what do you think of the most when you think of culture? Like making mole for Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, making mole for Christmas, or tamales, or gorditas on Saturday at the market. Something like that you could share.
Well, I have been in like 4 or 5 cities outside. I mean, in other countries, but my home. This is my home. This is where I am. So I'm so proud to say I'm Mexican. And for me, being here in Huachinango with my mom, with my grandmother, cooking together like mole, and it's neither Todos Santos, what we hear, Easter holiday, next week actually. The many places, all the people here, if you are in trouble, they can help you, and they don't want to ask something about you. That's because they just want to help people.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing in Mexico.
Yeah.
How warm the people is.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the hospitality and the people. If they can speak English, they say "Hey, amigo" all the time. If you can't speak Spanish, he speak or try to speak English for help you. And this is important. And I don't know. And the culture is important. And the other places and the history, the food, it's important.
And I think it also too, what has impressed me the most is the bond between friends and the bond between family.
Yeah.
Here in Mexico, 30 years I've been coming to Mexico. Anywhere in Mexico I travel, I notice that friends is everything. Like you said, even to a point of building a company with your fellow friends and classmates, and family is everything.
Yeah, well, I met a Japanese girl. His name is Yuka. She said Mexican people, they are very close with family and friends, because in other cultures they are like, you are my dad and I know I love you, and you know, but we are so separate. There is a distance between us, and Mexico is totally different.
Yeah.
We are all the time together, and I think people, if they come to Mexico, they will live that, they can experience that.
Exactly. I totally agree. I'm glad that you said that. Is there anything else that we can talk about? I don't know. Semana Santa next week. Vacaciones, holidays. What are your plans for next week? Are you traveling? Or are you staying close to home?
Well, we have 2 weeks like holidays. The first one is really important because of our culture, so we can stay the first week with family and stay home. The second one we can travel and meet new places, even if it's really close. But maybe the first week I will go with my mom and go to visit my family in Jicotepec de Juarez, next city. It's very close to here, like 30 minutes. That's my plans.
I will go to Guanajuato.
Guanajuato.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the most important city for the religion, because it's the Virgin and other culture. It's different to here, and I want to visit. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I'm glad
sure.
we got this time, and especially I'm going back to Canada soon, so
Yeah.
it was nice to sit and have a little visit before I go.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.